What if I told you that Yu Menglong's tragic story might not be over, and that his own mother could be living in silence under the weight of a powerful force trying to bury the truth? In this video, you're going to discover the chilling allegations surrounding how Yu Menglong's mother has allegedly been suppressed, the shocking reasons behind it, and the unbelievable foul play that some say is being hidden from the public eye. Stay with me, because the twists you're about to hear will completely change the way you see this heartbreaking case. By the end, you'll be left questioning everything you thought you knew. Yu Menglong's passing left millions in shock, but what if the tragedy didn't end there? What if his mother, the one person who should have had the chance to grieve openly, was being pushed into silence? Recent whispers and suspicious developments suggest that the pain of losing her son has been compounded by something darker, something that smells of cover-up and coercion. Imagine this: a mother who wants nothing more than to cry for her child, to speak out about what really happened, yet every time she tries, shadows close in. Doors slam shut. Phone calls go unanswered. Friends disappear. Her voice, her truth, seems to vanish into thin air. Is it grief, or is it suppression? The first clue came from those who noticed how strangely absent Yu Menglong's mother was from the public eye in the days following his death. Fans expected her to release a heartfelt message, a letter, or even attend the memorial in a visible way. But instead, she was nowhere to be found. Some claimed she was being protected. Others believed something more sinister, that she was being kept away to prevent her from revealing what she knew. Picture this: a dimly lit apartment late at night, curtains drawn tight. Yu Menglong's mother sits at the edge of her bed, clutching her son's photo frame. Her hands tremble as she whispers his name, tears rolling down her face. Suddenly, her phone vibrates, an unknown number. She hesitates before answering. A cold, firm voice tells her, "For your safety, and for his memory, remain silent." Then the call ends. Whether this scene is reality or paranoia, fans can't ignore the eerie silence surrounding her. Why hasn't she spoken out? Why hasn't she demanded justice publicly? Could it be that she's being watched, monitored, and warned against saying too much? Allegedly, powerful interests may be at play here, forces that stand to lose everything if the truth about Yu Menglong's passing ever comes out. These aren't just random rumors. Insiders whisper that Menglong may have stumbled onto something he wasn't supposed to, or perhaps his death wasn't as simple as the official story suggests. His mother, carrying pieces of that truth, might be seen as a threat. The most disturbing claims suggest that each time she tried to step forward, she was blocked. Imagine her attempting to speak with journalists, only to find them suddenly unavailable or unwilling. Or perhaps she went to file a formal complaint, only to be met with closed doors and quiet warnings. It's almost as if an invisible hand hovers over her, dictating every move. One particularly chilling scene that has circulated among fans is this: Yu Menglong's mother allegedly tried to light incense at a temple in honor of her son. As she reached for the flame, two men in dark suits appeared out of nowhere, standing behind her silently, their eyes cold and unyielding. Without saying a word, they followed her until she left the grounds. Whether this is a dramatized rumor or an actual sighting, it paints a haunting picture of her supposed surveillance. The fans themselves are not silent. On social media, hashtags demanding justice for Yu Menglong and freedom for his mother began to trend, only to be mysteriously taken down within hours. Posts disappeared. Accounts were flagged. It's almost as if the very platforms that should amplify her voice are muffled by something bigger than we can see. Now, let's step deeper into this possibility. If a powerful force really is suppressing Yu Menglong's mother, what exactly are they trying to hide? Some speculate it could involve financial disputes, industry politics, or even connections to figures who didn't want Menglong's rising star to shine brighter. Others believe he might have been caught in a web of jealousy and rivalry that ended fatally. Think about it: Yu Menglong wasn't just any actor. He was talented, loved, and quickly becoming a household name. His charm, his artistry, and his natural screen presence put him on the fast track to superstardom. But fame often comes with enemies. What if someone decided his light needed to be dimmed? And then, what if his mother knew? What if she carried evidence, even just fragments, of what really happened? That would explain why her silence is so heavy, so absolute. Not the silence of grief, but the silence of fear. Here's a chilling possibility. Imagine she had a small notebook, filled with her son's writings and thoughts before his passing. Inside, maybe he scribbled things about being trapped, followed, or living under constant fear. If that notebook exists, it could be the key to everything. And if others know she has it, wouldn't that make her the target of control? Every great cover-up has two components: those who orchestrate it, and those who must be silenced to keep it intact. Right now, many believe Yu Menglong's mother is trapped in that second category. But here's where things get even more shocking. Reports have emerged that she was seen leaving her home late at night, escorted by two unknown individuals. Some neighbors claimed she looked pale and distressed, as if she had been crying for hours. The men led her into a black vehicle with tinted windows, and that was the last time she was spotted for weeks. No public appearances. No messages. Nothing. The silence grew louder. And fans began to ask, where is Yu Menglong's mother? Could she be in hiding voluntarily, or is she being hidden? Did she retreat from the world to heal, or is someone making sure she never steps into the spotlight again? The lack of answers only fuels speculation. Meanwhile, whispers suggest that she has been under house observation, a polite term that insiders use when someone is restricted from moving freely but not officially detained. If that's true, then every step she takes, every word she speaks, is being monitored. Imagine the torment: grieving your only son, yet unable to speak his name without fear of consequences. Wanting justice, but knowing justice comes with risks too great to bear. That's the nightmare scenario Yu Menglong's mother may be living right now. The bigger question, of course, is why? Why would anyone go to such lengths to silence a grieving mother? Unless the truth of her son's death is so damaging, so dangerous, that it could shatter reputations, careers, or even entire industries. And here's the real mind-blowing part: some fans believe the suppression is only temporary. They believe that one day, Yu Menglong's mother will break free, speak out, and reveal everything she knows. That when the time is right, the truth will explode, leaving those responsible with nowhere to hide. Until then, we are left with fragments. Whispers in the dark. Unanswered questions. And the haunting image of a mother forced into silence when her heart is screaming for justice. So I want to hear from you. Do you believe Yu Menglong's mother is being suppressed? Is there really a powerful force trying to bury the truth about his death? Or is this just grief and coincidence that fans are interpreting as something more sinister? The whispers surrounding Yu Menglong's mother only seem to grow louder with every passing day. What began as quiet speculation has now transformed into a storm of suspicion. And the heart of that storm is one terrifying possibility: that she isn't simply grieving in private, but being actively suppressed. Think about it for a moment. When tragedy strikes, most mothers are surrounded by family, friends, and well-wishers. Their grief, though heavy, is shared openly. Yet in this case, the silence surrounding Yu Menglong's mother feels unnatural, almost suffocating. It's not the silence of peace, it's the silence of shadows. Now, let's paint a picture. Imagine her late at night in her apartment. The lights are dim, the curtains drawn. On the table in front of her rests a photo of Yu Menglong smiling in one of his dramas, his eyes full of life. She stares at it, whispering his name over and over. Then suddenly, 3 knocks on the door. Not the friendly knock of a neighbor, but a slow, deliberate thud. She freezes, her heart racing. Whoever is on the other side doesn't announce themselves. They wait. 3 more knocks. By the time she gathers the courage to peek through the peephole, the hallway is empty. But was it really empty? This is the kind of chilling imagery fans can't ignore. Rumors suggest that she's being watched, that visits like this are part of the pressure to keep her quiet. And every time she even thinks of speaking out, something or someone reminds her that silence is safer. Even more shocking is the claim that she tried to attend a memorial service held by fans, only to be intercepted before she arrived. Witnesses said a woman, believed to be her, was seen in the back seat of a dark sedan parked a block away from the service. She appeared to be crying, her hands pressed against the window as if wanting to step out, but the car never moved closer. Instead, it turned and vanished down a side street. The fans waited, hoping she would come. But she never did. Why would a mother be kept away from honoring her son? Unless someone doesn't want her to be seen. Another haunting detail emerged from a neighbor who claims to have overheard a conversation through thin apartment walls. According to them, Yu Menglong's mother spoke in a low, trembling voice on the phone, saying, "I want to tell them, but they won't let me. They're always here." Who they are remains a mystery, but the implications are chilling. And then, there's the matter of her son's personal belongings. Fans have asked repeatedly, where are Yu Menglong's journals, his letters, his private writings? Many believe he left behind notes that could shed light on his state of mind before his passing. Some even claim that his mother has those notes locked away. If true, then those writings could explain everything: why he felt trapped, why he seemed fearful, and what dangers he might have faced. If his mother is holding on to that notebook, then suddenly her silence makes sense. She may not only be grieving, she may be protecting the last truth her son left behind. One particularly dramatic scene being whispered about online involves a temple. Allegedly, she attempted to light incense for her son in a quiet corner of the temple courtyard. But before she could bow her head, two tall men in dark coats stepped into the space, standing behind her like shadows. They didn't touch her, didn't speak, but their presence was enough. Witnesses say she lowered her hand, set down the incense unlit, and walked away with tears in her eyes. The men followed her until she reached her car. If this is true, then the message is loud and clear: she is being watched everywhere, even in places of prayer. Now, let's dig deeper into the why. Why would a grieving mother's voice be so dangerous that it needs to be silenced? Fans believe it comes down to foul play. If Yu Menglong's death wasn't as simple as the official version suggests, then his mother might be the only person alive who can connect the dots. Maybe she knows names. Maybe she has proof. Maybe she has questions that certain people don't want asked. And what about the disappearing posts online? Every time fans raise their voices about her, their hashtags mysteriously vanish. #Justice for Menglong, #free his mother, all taken down within hours. Accounts posting about her suppression report sudden restrictions, or even complete removal. Social media, which should be a tool for truth, seems to be swept clean by invisible hands. This kind of digital silence only strengthens the suspicion that something much bigger is being hidden. Now, imagine her reality, sitting in her home, surrounded not by comfort but by fear. Every phone call might be tapped. Every step outside might be followed. Every word she dares to say might carry consequences. That is not a normal grieving process. That is a cage without bars, a prison of the soul. But here's the twist that keeps fans on edge: some believe she's preparing to break free. That one day, she'll reveal everything. That when the pressure becomes unbearable, her silence will shatter, and the truth will spill out in ways no one can stop. Maybe she's waiting for the right moment. Maybe she's gathering courage. Maybe she's keeping her son's last words safe until the world is finally ready to hear them. And if that day comes, the storm it creates will shake everything around it. Until then, we're left with questions. Was Yu Menglong's mother silenced out of love for her safety, or out of fear of what she knows? Is her absence from the public eye her choice, or is it being forced upon her by a hidden hand? And perhaps the biggest question of all: what truth is so dangerous that it requires silencing a mother's grief? Her silence may seem unbreakable now, but history has shown us one thing: the truth has a way of rising, no matter how hard it's buried. And now, I want to hear from you. Do you believe Yu Menglong's mother is truly under suppression by a powerful force, or is her silence simply her way of mourning privately? What do you think about the claims of her being followed, blocked, and watched? And most importantly, what do you think might be in those rumored notes left behind by Yu Menglong himself? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's talk about it, because your voice matters in keeping this story alive. And if you found this video as gripping as I did putting it together, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next shocking revelation. Together, we'll keep searching for answers and demanding the truth.